Thank you for joining today on the HIVE for our moderate hour-long class. I'm going to encourage everybody to listen to your body and do just what it needs. So it's okay to modify, do something different, take it a little faster, more challenging, or take it, have a more gentler practice if you need to. So really connect to your body, connect within, and do just what it needs. We're going to start in seated, crossing the ankles, or you can also sit on your knees and heels. We'll begin by sitting up nice and tall, resting hands to the lap. And you might close your eyes or gaze down to the floor at the tip of your nose. And just notice how you're sitting. Notice how you're arriving on your mat. How does your body feel? Notice the breath by taking some nice deep inhales and exhales. And let's begin to make some subtle adjustments to the body. So bringing your awareness first to the toes and the feet. Maybe letting them relax a little bit more. Feeling the weight of the legs and the sitting bones. And see if you can balance your weight. To get there, you might even move a little bit. Rocking side to side or shifting forward and back. Centering yourself on the sitting bones, and then work your way up the spine. Feel that natural curve to the lumbar spine, lower back. And reach right up through the neck, top of the head up towards the ceiling. And allow your shoulders to come up by the ears, back and down. And take a very slow circle of your shoulders. Continue that movement up, back and down. And maybe you begin to move with the breath. So you're inhaling as the shoulders come up, and then you're exhaling as they come back and down. So it's a very slow, mindful movement. What do you notice in the shoulders, chest, upper back perhaps? And then take another inhale as you bring your shoulders right up to the ears and hold the breath. And exhale, let them drop. Good. Inhale, lift the shoulders up to the ears. Hold the breath. Exhale, let them drop. Repeat it again a few more times. Inhaling the shoulders up to the ears. Exhaling, let them drop. And one more. Inhale, shoulders up. And exhale, let the shoulders drop. Okay, bring your hands down to the floor and swing the arms up towards the ceiling. Let your shoulder blades come down the back. Reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Spread them nice and wide. Take an inhale and exhale. Lower your right hand to the floor and stretch over to the right side. Connect to your body. Stay connected to your breath. What do you notice along the side? And what do you notice in the arm and hand? The hip. What's happening in that right arm? Right fingers. Right side, right hip. And take an inhale to slowly come up. Bring both arms back up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, lower the left arm and notice that sensation. Little warmth, surge of warmth or tingling. And then come up and over to the side. Again, connect to your body, different parts, connect to the breath. Can you stay present? Mind might wander, and just come back. Hip, side, shoulder. Such a simple stretch, but so powerful by coming into your body and making that connection. Take an inhale to bring the arms up, come up slowly. And exhale, lower the arms back down, hands to your lap, palms faced up, pointer and thumb touch. A roll of the shoulders up, back and down. Reach the top of your head up towards the ceiling, and then maybe close your eyes and take a couple deep breaths and connect to your body here. Do you notice any subtle changes in that lateral stretch? Now move into some twists. So taking the hands back to the floor, sweeping the arms up towards the ceiling as you inhale. And exhale, turn to the right, lowering the arms down. Bringing that left hand to the thigh, the right hand tented just behind you, and move into a gentle twist. Keep everything stacked so you're not leaning back. You're sitting nice and tall, so there's space between each vertebra. And then feel that beautiful spiral of the spine. Not only through the spine, but also through the organs, the lungs, the heart, the intestines, getting that gentle squeeze. Feel the skin getting a stretch even. Allow your face to relax, the skin on your face to become soft and smooth. And then take a deep breath in, right down through the spine, clearing out. And begin to untwist, taking your arms up towards the ceiling, face forward, and twist to the left. And how does this side feel? Shoulders soften, jaw unclenches. Keep bringing your awareness to your body, to your breath. And then face forward as you take an inhale, the arms float up. Exhale, let the hands come back down to your lap. Pointer and thumb touch. Palms remain open. Shoulders up, back and down. And then check in. See how you feel. Eyes closed. Maybe deepen your breath to a 3-part Dirga breath. Inhaling, allowing your belly to expand, ribs and chest expand. And exhale, let your chest, ribs, and belly relax. And now we'll bring the opposite leg in front if your ankles are crossed. Bring your hands to your lap, and we'll start to circle in the opposite way you'd naturally want to go to. So we'll just mix that up a little bit. You might have to think about it. Normally you wouldn't think about it, you just start circling. But now we're just kind of moving here in again through the spine, through the hips, through the chest and ribs. Feel your weight shifting around the sitting bones. Good, and now go the other direction. Taking care of your body, moving in ways that feel healing for you. back up, sitting tall, taking the hands to the shins. Bring the chest forward, shoulders back. So it's as if you were in a cow pose. If you're on your hands and knees on the mat, there's that beautiful little arch of the back. And then bring the belly button towards the spine, round the back. Take an inhale as you bring the heart forward. And exhale as you bring the belly button back so you round the spine. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. So you can stay slow here, or you can begin to move a little bit quicker. Mindful, fluid movement, syncing with the breath. You might inhale and exhale through the nose, or find a breath that feels comfortable for you. Okay, one more. And then meet up nice and tall. Hands to your lap, shoulders roll back and connect. Slow breath in, slow breath out. Take it all in. The thoughts too that maybe distract you, what pulls you away from being in this moment, being connected to your body. Allow your chin to lower to your chest and begin to circle your head slowly around. The other way. And then bring the head centered on the shoulders. Bring your hands down to the floor, coming into table pose. Knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. Take your right leg and straighten it out behind with the ball of the foot to the floor, extending your heel back. And from there, lift the right leg up and cross the right leg over to the left side. Ball of the foot comes back to the floor, the heel reaches back. Lengthen through the spine and then turn gently to the left. Feel that stretch along the side. Breathe into it. Bring the head back to center, so straightening out the torso. Bring that right leg up and swing it out to the right side. And come up onto your left knee and bring your right hand to the right thigh. Left arm swings up and come over to gate stretch over to the right side. Inhale, lift the arm up and exhale over back to the right side. That right hand just slides down the leg. And again, inhale, reach up. Exhale over to the right. Then one more. Inhale, lift that left arm up. Exhale to the right. Okay, and then bring that left arm back down to the floor. Bring that right knee back under the right hip. Inhale to cow pose, looking up towards the ceiling, and exhale into cat pose. Come back into neutral spine. Take your left leg, straighten it out, ball of the foot to the floor. Feel that stretch to the calf muscle, the ankle. Lift that left leg up and swing it over to the right. Lengthen tail to crown and turn to stretch and look back towards that right foot. And breathe. Straighten out the torso, lift that left leg up, swing it over to the left. Rise up to the knee, left hand to the left thigh, and just move right into that Gate stretch, right arm swings over to the side. There's an inhale to rise up. Exhale, slide the hand down the leg to your edge. And then coming back up, that right arm lowers, left knee comes in, under the hip, the hands come back down to the floor. Inhale to a cow pose, exhale to cat pose. Come back into neutral spine and curl your toes and press your hips up towards the ceiling into downward facing dog and begin to slowly pedal your legs, bending one knee then the other. And take little baby steps out further apart so your feet start to move out towards the edges of your mat. And once you're there, begin to sway the hips back and forth as you press into your hands and keep lengthening your spine. You can also do this as a modified pose, staying on your knees, or you can be on your forearms if you need to. Good. Take a breath in and begin to walk your feet back in hip distance, lower your knees to the mat, and come into child's pose, extended child. Reach your hips back towards the heels, arms slide forward. So as you're reaching with the arms, the hands, at the same time you're sliding back. So feel that nice stretch. Walk the arms over to the left and keep the head between the arms so the hands are apart, shoulder width apart. And slide the hips off to the right. And then go to the other side, walking the arms to the left. Hips slide. The arms walk to the right and the hips will slide to the left. And now bring your arms forward. Press yourself up to a modified plank, so lowering your hips halfway to the floor, shoulders right over your wrists, tops of your feet press. And now lower yourself down through modified chaturanga, bringing your chest to the floor, and then lifting the chest off the mat to cobra pose. Inhale. Exhale the right ear down to the mat. Inhale, lift the head and chest off the mat. Exhale, left ear lowers down to the floor. Do that one more time to each side. As you inhale, come to cobra. As you exhale, lower the ear to the mat. And one more, inhale. Exhale, left ear to the floor. And then lift the head and chest off the mat. Bring your elbows to the floor. Slide the arms towards your body as you reach your heart forward. And also lengthen out through your toes, pressing them to the floor. So Sphinx pose, and connect to the back. Feel the legs rooted, pelvis rooted. Feel space up through the spine. Feel that squeeze into the kidneys and adrenals, below the back ribs, releasing any fear. Breathe it out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Can you feel the expansion there to the back ribs, lower back? One more. And then slowly let yourself come out, bringing the chest back to the floor, bringing the hands under the shoulders. Curl the toes and gently press yourself up. Just start to peel yourself up off the floor to the knees, to slide the hips back to the heels, into child's pose. And now take your arms either along the sides or behind you, interlacing fingers, pressing palms, and maybe lift the arms up towards the ceiling. As you do that, begin to rock side to side, and let the forehead really press into the mat. Come to center, and again, release the forehead to the floor. Feel the third eye between the brow. Bring your awareness there. Is there anything you see with eyes closed? What's your feeling like there? Unclench your jaw and relax your face. Optionally, bring the hips off the heels and start to bring the top of the head to the mat very lightly and circle around to the crown chakra, 7th chakra at the top of your head. Deep breath in, and exhale, let the hips lower back to the heels. Take your arms right by your sides, and forehead again, rest to the mat. Let everything go. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Hold here, or roll up, sitting on the heels, or come to your knees, and begin to move into a back bend. So the hands are to the mat behind the feet, if you're sitting on your heels, and the heart lifts. If you're coming up to your knees, you bring the hands to the lower back to support and into camel pose. And can you still feel sensation, maybe at the brow point, the third eye, or the top of your head? Can you feel this opening through the 5th chakra at the throat? So as you inhale through the nose, then exhale through the mouth and make some noise. Feel the opening through the 4th chakra at the heart. And take a deep inhale and exhale, meet to table pose, bringing the hands to the floor. Counter stretch optionally here to cat, rounding your back. Maybe linger there for a few moments. Or you come back into table, curling your toes, pressing the hips back up towards the ceiling into downward facing dog. Walking it out if that feels good. Optionally bringing your right leg up towards the ceiling, the leg stays straight. That left heel may be up off the floor, but then reach it back towards the mat. Weight balanced on the hands, arms strong. Head between the arms and the gaze is back at your foot. Maybe you can bring that right leg up a bit higher or lower it if you need to. Or modification here is to be in table with the right leg lifted hip height. I'll take one more deep inhale. One more deep exhale. Lower that right foot or the knee to the mat if you're in table. And then switch to the other side, lifting the left leg up. Be present as you transition, as you're moving. So you're feeling the getting to, you're aware of the getting to, the process, not just the part where you're in the pose. It's all a pose, all connected, breath, movement. That right heel reaches back towards the floor. Take one more deep breath in. One more deep breath out to lower the left foot to the mat to meet into table pose. And then from table, bring the right foot through your hand to your hands and tent your fingertips. Release the top of the back foot. And if you feel some sensitivity to that left knee, you can tuck a blanket underneath, or you can also bring the knee up off the floor. Some of you might prefer a runner stretch here. Or you're in a low lunge, and then we'll take the arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale as you lift, and then exhale, feel a settling down, so lowering the heaviness of the lower body. Feel rooted. Inhale again, And then exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Left hand's gonna stand to the shoulder. Bring the right hand to your hip, right hip, and turn the chest to the right. Gazing to the right or maybe up towards the ceiling. Maybe you wanna bring that right arm up. If you feel a strain on that shoulder, keep the hand to the hip. Deep inhale. Exhale, lower the right hand to frame your right foot. Bring the left knee up off the floor to runner, stretch, gaze forward. And then feel the weight grounded and rooted, and then make your way up. Crescent warrior. Arms reach high, or hands can stay at your hips, or to that right knee. You might have that left heel off the mat. It's over the ball of the foot, or you bring the left heel planted down to the floor. Steady yourself. Find a drishti, a spot to focus your gaze. And then check in with your body. What's happening? The legs, the arms, the breath. Do you feel some heat building in your body? Continue here. Bring hands to heart and maybe hold there or add another twist to the right. This time the left elbow is going to hook to the outside of the right thigh as the hands draw together and towards the chest. Right elbow points up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in. Exhale back to lunge with the hands to the floor and step back either to table or downward dog. So do what your body needs here. So it might feel good to be in table and do some gentle hip rolls, or to take a child's pose to rest. Or if you're in a downward dog, maybe you want to float to a plank, building some strength in the arms and the core. Holding plank. Or lower yourself down through chaturanga. You can do a modified version on the knees. Cobra pose, maybe upward dog. Take a nice full breath in. And a full breath out to knee back into downward dog. Inhaling and exhale, meet into table. Knees to the floor, left foot swings forward between the hands. Get support if you need it for your back knee. Try to line the knee over the ankle. Here, we'll take that twist to the left hand to the hip, right hand under the shoulder. Breathe and notice, is there a difference on this side, this hip? Inhale, exhale to lower the hand, and then make your way up. So the arms are going to float up. That back knee can stay to the floor, or if it's better to have it off the mat, you can. Lift your heart and chest. Maybe your gaze lifts up. What do you notice in the neck if you're doing that? Take an inhale. Exhale the hands to the frame, your left foot. Back toes curl, right knee lifts up off the floor. Keep that thigh high. Get ready to come up. Arms reach up towards the ceiling. Hips face forward. Can you feel the subtle movement of the arms, the chest? Maybe not so subtle as you inhale fully and exhale fully. Lower hands to heart center, optionally holding here, opening through the heart chakra, or twist to the left. Bring in that right elbow to the outside of the thigh. Palms press. What's the temperature like of the hands? Can you lift that left elbow up towards the ceiling? Can you bring the thumbs right in towards the chest, a little more spiraling there through the spine with an inhale. And the exhale to release the hands to the floor, to step to table or step to downward dog. Pedal it out, swing of the hips, do just what your body needs. Maybe it's an exhale, maybe it's an inhale, maybe plank, lowering down through chaturanga, upward dog or cobra, and downward dog. Let's take some size. Let's take 3 deep breaths, inhaling through the nose And exhale through your mouth. You're on mute, so you can make a lot of noise if you'd like. We hold stress in our bodies. Can you imagine just letting it go with your breath? Let it go physically, energetically. Take a deep bend of your knees. Inhale and exhale. Walk or jump the top of your mat. Align your feet, hip below the hips or a little closer together, and then fold your elbows and hang over the legs. Maybe a little rocking side to side or bounce. And then release your arms. Bring your hands to the back of your legs. Make fists. And give a little tap to the hamstrings and down behind the knees and the calves. If you feel some tension there, just tap it out. Opening also through the kidney lines. The kidney line runs down the back of the legs. Oh. Good. And then let your knees bend. Let your arms hang. Let your head hang. And you bring your ribs to rest on the thighs. The belly to rest on the thighs. Spread your weight evenly among your feet, the four corners. Maybe you take your hands and place them to the top of your feet, grounding yourself down. And then begin to slowly roll yourself up. Take your time. Come up slowly, mindfully. Bring the head right on top of the shoulders roll back, palms face forward, stand tall. As we did at the start of class, maybe there's a little movement here to balance the weight on your feet. We started with the sitting bones, but here now, can you feel this shifting of your weight on the feet, the heels, the toes? And then find that balanced point. Lift your toes even. Open them, spread them wide, and then let the toes lower back down to the floor. And can you draw up the earth's energy through the soles of your feet? As you do that, can you stand a little taller? Notice your breath. Find a comfortable breath for you. That might be a chest breath, breathing into the chest and the lungs moving. But if you're able to, bring the breath deeper into the belly area or below the ribs. So you can take that full yogic breath, repart breath. And then can you imagine and feel the breath spreading to all parts, the limbs, soaking in the organs, soaking in the breath in every cell. And begin to float the arms up towards the ceiling as you breathe in, and bring your palms together, hands down to your heart center. With the thumbs to the chest, and then lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. And how does it feel to stand in Tadasana here with your hands in Anjali Mudra? And then from here, lifting the arms up. Maybe you keep your palms together, let the arms wide, and come into a back bend. Lengthen. Lift your heart up towards the ceiling. Take an inhale. And exhale, part the arms and lower down over the legs. Come up halfway. Inhale, extended forward bend. And exhale, lower back to the legs. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, let the arms come down to your sides. And then bring just the left arm up towards the ceiling. And as the right arm slides down the leg, stretch to the side. And come up with that left arm and switch. Right arm swings up. Over to the left side. We also started with these lateral stretches, start a class. And how do you feel now doing these? What can you notice? And lift the arm, lower it down down so both arms stay by your sides, and then let your feet walk hip distance apart. Loose arms and swing them back and forth. Long, slow inhale. Long, slow exhale through the mouth. Feel that light breeze in the arms, hands. That self-care, that connection, the deep breaths. And now add in our breath. So the inhale through the nose as you twist, the exhale through the mouth as you face forward. Quick breath. Now a long, slow inhale. And a long, slow exhale as you come back to face forward with the arms back to your sides, and walk your feet in and roll your shoulders back, stand tall, and just collect yourself for a moment here. See all that's happening in your body. A little more energized perhaps, heart beating a little faster. And let's take the arms up along the ears and the feet walk in maybe a little closer together. Maybe they touch. Bend your knees and come into Utkatasana chair pose. Navel in towards the spine. Weight shifted back onto your heels. And be mindful here. So if you feel a strain in the shoulders, maybe it's better for you to bend the elbows or bring your hands to your hips. You can also do a little flow here. Inhaling as you lengthen, and exhale, swing your arms back behind to release. Stay bent through your knees. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, swing your arms. Maybe exhale through the mouth. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Good, one more. And then straighten the legs and bring the arms wide, come into a back bend. And then slowly dive, lead with your heart. Come all the way down over the legs, forehead draws towards the shins. So maybe stay here with straight legs, or let your knees bend if that feels better. Adjust your feet if you need to. Again, do what your body needs. Option, lift halfway up, inhale. And exhale, bring the hands to the floor. And step your right foot back to lunge, plant the heel. And bring that right arm forward and come up to warrior two. Use your core to lift up and reach your arms out, shoulder height. Bending deeply into that left knee, keeping it over the ankle. Hips facing to the side, chest open to the side. Gaze back at the right arm, shoulder height. Gaze out of the left arm, shoulder height. Feel the feet rooted. Find that neutral lower back, so you're not sway back, sticking the buttocks out, you're not tucked under. So you find that neutral pelvis here. Reverse warrior two to bring the right hand to the back thigh, left arm up. Let the shoulder settle into the socket. And take it to your edge. You might come up a little, or slide that right hand down a little lower to the back leg. Breathe in. And exhale to side angle, lowering your left forearm to the thigh. Right arm swings over the ear. Some of you might also bring your left hand down if you have a block or hand to the floor. That right arm can stay over the ear. It might feel better to bring a half bind. Bring that right arm around behind to the lower back or to the left thigh. Come back to your breath. And then use your core to come back up as you straighten the left leg and then turn the left toes in. So the legs are out wide and then the arms come out. Star pose. Deep inhale. And on the exhale, bring your left hand down towards the right foot. Inhale, back up to star. Exhale, right hand to the left foot. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back up, and now fold at the hips. Come down. Hands to the floor. You can have your hands at the knees, or blocks if you have them. Lengthen the spine. Hold here. Let the feet adjust so that you can bend one knee, straightening the opposite leg, and swing back and forth. And then the next time you bend that left knee, let the hands walk towards that foot, pivot so the left toes point to the top of your mat. Let that right heel pivot off the floor, and then lower the right knee down to the mat to low lunge, releasing the top of your right foot and optionally coming up with the arms floating towards the ceiling. Taking a breath in. And exhale, the hands come down to the floor. You can rest here, the chest at the thigh, head relaxes, or you might like a half split Hanumanasana, half Hanumanasana pose, reaching your hips back towards that right heel. Draw the toes towards your body, straighten your left leg. Maybe you flow back and forth. Inhale to low lunge, lift the chest, open the heart. And exhale, reach the hips back, straightening your left leg slowly. A couple more. Bring the knee over the ankle. Bring that left knee back to table pose. Decide either wide-legged child's pose or come back into downward dog. From there to a plank. From there through chaturanga, lowering your chest. Cobra, upward dog. And then downward dog. Spread fingers wide, take a deep bend of the knees, inhale through the nose, and exhale, walk or jump forward, top of your mat, folding here, forehead towards shin. Maybe make fists, give a little tap down the back of your legs. Maybe come up the front of the legs, healing for your knees. Let everything hang, and then roll yourself up. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, hands together to your heart. Center yourself in Tadasana. Catch your breath. Your body like a sponge, soak it in. Let the mind quiet a bit. By coming back to your breath. Take your arms up towards the ceiling, maybe palms stay together, or let the arms widen. Come into a back bend, inhale. Exhale, dive forward over the legs. Inhale up halfway. And exhale, bring the hands to the floor. Step the left foot back, get ready for warrior two on the other side. Bringing the arms up, shoulder height. Settling that right knee over the ankle. Let the shoulders settle. And the arms soften a bit. And you begin to find ease in the posture so that your body can open and heal. The energy can flow and move. gaze out over that right hand, or maybe close your eyes. Getting ready for reverse warrior two, bringing the left hand to that back thigh as you swing that right arm up. Maybe your gaze lifts to the hand. Inhale, exhale to side angle. Left arm over the ear. Maybe a half bind. Feel what's happening in your legs, the strength, the core, the spine, shoulders. Releasing out of that bind, the left arm over the ear for a moment to inhale to lengthen. And then rise up, straightening your right leg slowly. Bring that right foot in so the legs are wide, toes point forward, arms out to the sides. You might stay here for a few breaths or add in this twist with the inhale, long and reaching, the exhale, bringing the hand down towards the foot, opposite foot. Once you've gone even to both sides, the arms reach wide, inhale, and exhale, fold down, hands towards the floor to maybe let the feet adjust to bring the knees, one knee bends, other leg straightens, this low lunge flow back and forth. And then when that right knee bends, bring the hands around, turn that right toes to the top of your mat, come into lunge, pivoting the back heel off the floor. And from lunge, lowering the left knee down. Top of the foot releases, and then maybe you come up. You can also keep your hands to your thigh, or the arms float up towards the ceiling. Deep inhale. Exhale to lower the hands back down to the floor. Maybe you rest here. Restorative low lunge. Chest to the thigh, head relaxes. Or bring the hips back towards the left heel. Floating. Inhale forward. Low lunge. Exhale, reach the hips back. Maybe stay there or continue to flow a couple more times. And bringing the knee over the ankle, bringing that right knee back into table pose to maybe sink the hips to a child's pose. Or downward dog. To plank or modified plank. To chaturanga, lowering chest. To cobra, upward dog. Back to downward dog or table. Take a deep inhale. Deep exhale and lower the knees to the mat if you're in downward dog. And then we'll roll up to meet, to sit onto the floor. With the knees bent. Feet flat to the mat. Sit up nice and tall. Take your arms by your sides and begin to slowly lower yourself down to the floor. One vertebra at a time. Once you're down, I'm going to straighten the left leg And bend the right knee, drawing it up towards the chest, hugging it in. The hands clasp around the shin or below the knee, and then start to circle the right hip gently. And bring the knee over across your body with the left hand guiding it over to the left. And bring the right arm out to the floor. Let your head turn to the right. And take a deep breath in. And exhale, bring that right leg back up, straighten the right leg out to the floor. And left knee bends, draw it towards the shoulder. And then circle it out. And breathe in. And exhale to a twist. Bring the knee across the body towards the floor to the right. Left arm stretches out. Let that left shoulder blade settle to the floor. Breathe deeply, mindfully. Back to center and let that left knee come up slowly. Bring both feet to the mat, knees bent. Arms by your sides. Heels walking towards the hips, and then lift the hips up off the floor to bridge pose. You might just hover the hips a little off the floor or keep bringing them up a little higher. Keep your thighs parallel so the knees don't splay apart. And press through the four corners of your feet, press through the arms, back of the head. Head doesn't turn. Now become fully aware of your breath here. The movement of the air in your body. And you notice the belly rise, the chest rise, the ribs. Where do you feel it? Have you tensed in your face? Can you keep it relaxed? Can you feel a sense of ease even in this posture here, bridge pose? Taking one more long inhale. And as you exhale, bring yourself back down one vertebra at a time. And bring your arms out wide, shoulder height, palms faced up. And then allow the knees to sway back and forth. The head turn opposite direction as your knees. A few more. And let's bring the knees up and draw one knee and then the other in towards your chest. Let the arms maybe wrapping around, or you can also keep the arms to the floor and start to circle out. Give that nice deep massage to the lower back, hips and belly area. keep your knees together. Some of you might like to bring the knees apart, so do what your body needs, what feels best. Notice spots of tension. Can you send the breath there? Feel that gentle squeeze into the belly, intestines, stomach on the left side, holding worry. So squeeze out, breathe out any worries. And then we'll take one leg up towards the ceiling, then the other, and arms as well, and circle the wrists and ankles slowly. And the knees bend to the chest, and the legs straighten out to the floor. Coming into Shavasana, let the hips relax, open, so the feet just splay out. Arms come down by the sides, maybe about 45-degree angle out. Palms faced up. If you need some support for the neck, you can tuck maybe a blanket under your head or a blanket under the knees if you need support for the lower back. You also might prefer, you're welcome to be on your side or even onto your belly. So see where it feels most comfortable for you to lie in Shavasana. We'll hold for about just a short 3.5 minutes or so, and I'll ring the bell when it's time to start to come out. But for now, take deep breaths and allow your body to relax. out as you begin to move your body, wiggling fingers and toes, the turn of your head side to side. Reach your arms overhead, straighten out your legs, pointing your toes. And then allow your arms to come back to your sides and bring one knee in towards your chest and then the other. And as you feel ready, roll to one side and slowly press yourself up to seated. And bring your palms together, hands to the heart center, sitting tall. Maybe your eyes close. Feel the space within. Feel your heart center. Feel your breath. Slightly bow forward, and may we all have healthy bodies, happy hearts, and peaceful minds. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing, for taking this important time for self-care and joining us on the Hive. I'm going to stop the recording and then take everybody off mute as well.